Where you at, Berto?
The Asian obsession is getting worse. I feel like this is semi-true, but only because anime culture has gotten so popular. You know, I'm a big fan of anime. I love anime. I'm an animator. So let's get right to the video, see what's talking about.
I love Asians. I love anime, I love manhwa, I love Genshin Impact, and a lot of people do too. But they fall under the trap that because Asia is a different country, it's more easy to fetishize and idealize everything about Korea, everything about Japan. Fuck Korea, fuck Japan.
Everyone swears that they're him or the main character until they go to South Korea. You think you're smart? Go to South Korea. You think you're talented? Go to South Korea. You think you're hot? Go to South Korea. Motherfucker, I swear on my mama's grave, you're gonna be humbled real fucking fast.
Because I grew up in Korea, a lot of the stereotypes of it being a very clean place, a lot of people are prim, proper, polite, they look good, is correct. But there is an underlying problem with everything in every country where, I don't think people know this, maybe they should, the suicide rates are extremely high in Korea, Japan. Almost the entire population will go extinct in a few generations.
That's crazy. I watched another video that was talking about this, and it's actually so bad. I think the dating culture over there is actually fucked. Like, all jokes aside, there's real statistics behind this saying that, like, these motherfuckers might go extinct. Because they don't want to interact with each other. They not having babies and shit over there, bruh. It's crazy. It's real life crazy.
It's because there's so much pressure in the work-life culture that they're not having children, they're being incentivized, paid money to have children, and nonetheless, their population is still dwindling. And it is to the point where it is so bad, it is so drastic that, well, they can't go back. They cannot reverse their population deficit.
You heard that right. At its current rate, Korea is expected to go from a population of nearly 52 million to 34 million, a loss of over 30% in less than 50 years. Over that period, Korea will lose 50% of its workforce and have a median age of 60. Imagine that, a country where the average person is retired, with the lowest fertility rate in the world, nearly 73% below the replacement rate of 2.1. Korea is on a dangerous path to self-destruction.
I don't blame you. Of course. You live in the United States, one of the least competitive first world countries in the entire world. So, of course, if you go to some like cutthroat place like South Korea, yeah, you don't really understand what it's like.
What I don't understand is that a lot of people living in America fetishize other countries. Oh yeah, you should go to the Philippines.
I don't. So I was just having this conversation with one of my friends the other day. You know, I won't, put his name out there just out of respect, but he's going through some financial turmoil. He's trying to figure it out. And he was like, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I'm just gonna fucking move to goddamn, I think, was it Korea? No, he said Thailand. And I was like, I mean, I guess, but bro, I've never lived in Thailand, so no disrespect to Thailand or any of these other third world countries. But there's a reason why everybody wants to come to the USA, bruh. There's a reason why everybody wants to come to the USA. I know we have our problems. I know shit's not perfect. And I'm not even gonna get too political on y'all because, again, I am not that guy. I don't know nothing too much about politics. So I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know what the fuck. But I do know, for the most part, I can walk outside. I see civilization, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people speak one native language. I don't speak no other language. You know, I just feel like there's some pros, like, yeah, freedom of speech is kind of skewed and there's definitely some favoritism and shit, but bro, we definitely have a lot more pros than cons, I think. What do y'all think, chat? Yo, shout out to Sticks for the gifted sub. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Everything there is so cheap. Vietnam,
make sure you say
Dubai,
thank you.
It's the most luxurious city. It's a utopia. Oh my God. Japan, Korea, everything's so clean and awesome. Everyone looks so good. Now, why don't you move there? Because they need the hope. There are so many people living sad, desperate, loser lives that they want the idea of a perfect escape. And you could see this in multiple videos of people, white people, who moved to Japan because they thought that's exactly what they wanted. And they slowly get burned and put into reality that maybe Japan isn't so awesome. Maybe Dubai is the shittiest place
Peace
ever.
out,
Maybe I
Mash.
can't say
Much
that. I might
love.
die if I ever go there. But the pollution there is horrible. They don't have any sewer systems, so they just shovel the shit and dump it in some random place in Dubai.
Really?
This is Dubai's conga line of poo from 2009. The viral video, along with some lazy reporting, perpetuated a myth that the Burj Khalifa has no sewage system.
Bro, you really learn something new every day. Again, pros and cons, bruh. Pros and cons. Thailand got that too. It's just people over there still believe in the American dream and that getting money is easy still. I guess that makes sense. Because it's definitely not what it used to be. They probably, you know what? They're right. Because all they hear is the freedom and all that shit, the glitz and the glam, but they don't understand that, hey, our dollar's going to shit too. We trying to figure shit out over here too. I'm still taking my chances in America though. But we do see what's going on in the world. Shit's getting scary. I'm not going to speak too much on that. Y'all don't speak too much on it either because I'm not too sure about the TOS on Twitch. I want to be safe. I just got here. But, you know, it's crazy.
Due to budget issues during the financial crisis. The truth is actually stranger, and ends in some controversy, because it wasn't the Burj Khalifa that didn't have sewer infrastructure, it was most of the buildings throughout the city. This daily line of 4,000 septic trucks had collected human waste to deliver to the Al Awiya sewage treatment plant.
Ooh.
At the time, it was...
I just know it smelled bad driving by that motherfucker. Imagine you driving by on the highway and just inhaling multiple different human waste. Ugh! Hell nah.
Dubai's only and severely overloaded treatment plant, with a capacity of 260,000 cubic meters of wastewater per day, but over 500,000 cubic meters of wastewater being trucked in. The trucks would sometimes wait in line for 24 hours to unload before starting all over again, and the odors around the conga line and the treatment plant were unbearable.
I currently now live in America, and wherever you're currently living in, every other single place will be
Imagine
seen
driving
as
them.
a
Nah,
better
for
land
real.
of opportunity. Oh, I want to go to Dubai, the most luxurious place. Oh, I got to be a passport pro. I got to jump around the Philippines, go to Vietnam. But really think about it. Every single country obviously has their own flaws, and the reason why everything seems like a better opportunity is because people struggle in their current and daily lives. A big reason why white people and weeb culture is so popular is because they see Japan and anime as a medium to escape their current and daily lives. You guys might not know this because I'm a big psychology nut, but a big reason why Isekai is such a popular genre where it's a generic main character being transported to another world where he pretty much...
Oh, it makes sense. Because that's like the whole vibe. It's like they want to escape their reality. That's why they keep making these fucking weak ass animes. Bro, I've been mad as fuck looking for a good ass anime to watch. And they keep making the same fucking one. Hopeless boy gets transported to make-believe world where he's that shit. Bruh. That's the reason why I can't watch no good ass animes. I'm getting mad. This some bullshit. Hell nah.
Gets a second chance, he gets a harem full of girls, he's suddenly more powerful, is because people see Isekai, Japan, as a station of escape. And there are many videos of white people escaping to Japan and getting hit with a reality shock that the life they're trying...
I feel like Isekai, there's only like 2 or 3 like good ones. But bro, there's like 100 of them. They're not all good. Not all isekais are good, bruh. There's like 2 to 3 good ones, bruh. 2 to 3. But there's 100 different ones with all the same storyline, same plot. Transport from real world to digital world. Y'all can't tell me I'm tripping. Vinland Saga is not an isekai.
To escape from isn't actually going to be solved in a different place, it is just in a different culture.
It's because they are running away from something as opposed to running towards something. Whether this is issues they have with their own country or the situation they find themselves in and are looking for some form of escape. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with this, but it's worth remembering that While moving to a different environment can feel like a fresh start, that feeling doesn't last forever. Eventually, the problems that you tried to leave behind may start to catch up with you. I've been through some of my most difficult times living in Japan, whether that's loneliness, anxiety, or uncertainty about the future. Our
I've
problems
watched
tend
it.
to have a habit of following us no matter where we go, and some
It's
things
fire.
can't be left behind.
People project their internal insecurities and fantasy onto foreign cultures. For example, Japanese people are so disciplined. Korean men look so much better than the Americans. You're craving order in your own life. You're romanticizing looks because maybe you don't feel enough looking for yourself.
Well, this is just 100% true. You know, I remember early on in high school, people would always talk about how they wanted to move to a different school because they felt like all the people in their school were fake. But when you think about it, everybody in their school were probably saying the same thing. And that's just like a smaller representation of what's truly going on in the world, of people just not accepting some level of responsibility, where it's like, life is what you make it. You got to make the best of what you got no matter what. Because one thing you start to realize, especially as you get older and start to travel, like, yeah, there's always a different scenery. Yeah, there's always a different view. Yeah, there's always a different, like, type of people and different cultures. But at the end of the day, bruh, you have to make the best out of your own life. Like, nobody's going to come and save you. You know what I'm saying? So it's when y'all start fantasizing over a life that is outside of your control, you're never going to be happy. You got to make your own, you know what I'm saying, your own reality. You got to, own your own shit. Because no matter where the fuck you go, like, you still going to be the same person, bruh. You got to change your habits. You got to change your bad habits. And that's what makes that's like what truly makes the difference.
I messed up the sentence, but people are trying to project and self-reflect on this external obsession. And understand this isn't just about foreign cultures, Asia, but literally anything. There are a lot of people, specifically I was live and a 17-year-old said, oh, I'm a crypto guy. Rambo, you don't know shit. You're fucking dumb. Crypto is the move. Crypto is the money. Why is he choosing to insult me? Why is he banking on the idea that crypto is the future? I'm not saying that it isn't. I'm not saying that it's not. What I am saying is that he puts a lot of his personality into this one thing, just like other weebs putting such a strong personality trait into just Japan culture.
Yeah.
Why is that? It's because they themselves are trying to project what crypto means. Crypto means money. So you can tell that they're insecure about money. That Asian Korean guy saying about, oh, Korea's so awesome and cool. It's because he's insecure that he isn't good looking enough. He's insecure that he isn't as intelligent enough.
You think you're smart? Go to South Korea. You think you're talented? Go to South Korea. You think you're hot? Go to South Korea. Motherfucker, I swear on my mama's grave, you're gonna be humbled real fucking fast.
And this is the biggest problem. You know this.
This is a great video. I like everything he's saying.
Everyone knows this, but it's extremely difficult to apply in real life situations because there's so many things that we are deeply insecure about that we latch onto other ideas to make ourselves feel better about. And I'm not saying America is amazing and awesome. I'm a big patriot. I love America. But at the same time, there is definitely problems of America. But there's this idea that the grass is greener on the other side. And very funny, but I watched Togi and he said something along the lines of, what if you can't see that the grass is painted on? You can't see that the grass is actually...
Yeah, it's fake grass. It's fake grass. You're just seeing the best version of somebody else's life. And that's another thing that I think a lot of people struggle with nowadays too. It's like we compare ourselves to other people, especially when it comes to social media. You know, a lot of people, especially young people, they feel like they need to make a certain amount of money by a certain age, buy a house by a certain age. You know, we set all these goals based off of what we see other people doing. But the reality is, those people that you are comparing yourself to, they're only showing you the highlights of their life. You're not seeing the scars on their back. You're not seeing what they had to overcome. You're not seeing what they haven't overcome, but they just faking that lifestyle just to make it seem like they living a good one. So again, it's cool to be inspired by people. It's cool to see what else is going on in the world. And it's cool to even want to experience that for yourself. But you also have to remember, like, comparison will always be the thief of joy. You got to build your own happiness and own security within your own shit.
Fake.
Sometimes the grass is green on the other side because it's fake, right? You have to take everything you see with a grain of salt. Like,
What if, once you actually get close enough and you live the culture of Japan, Asia, Korea, Philippines, Dubai, where you get to breathe in all the polluted air, smell the shits with zero sewage, that you find out it was not as good as it was purported. And the only reason why you were thought that this was so amazing is because you wanted to project a better life. And you were not content with the life you have now. But the real question is, if it isn't green on the other side, then the only option is you have to make it greener on your side.
Yep.
Thank you for my TED Talk.
W video. Shout out to Rambo, man. I've really been enjoying this video. I think this is like my 3rd time reacting to him. So y'all make sure y'all go check him out as well. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. At the end of the day, the way he ended that was perfect, bro. You gotta water your own grass on your side of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if you can't appreciate your shit, I guarantee you, when you get on the other side, it's still gonna fucking suck. You know what I'm saying? That probably wasn't my best analogy. I tried to make that shit sound deeper than it was, but that shit was kind of ass low-key. But I think y'all got the point, man. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all go check me out on Twitch. That is...
Where you at, Berto?
On Twitch. The link to that will be in the description. And if you're watching on YouTube, we've come to the end of the video. I'll catch you on the next one. But if you never want to miss a live stream reaction, make sure you check me out. I already told you where to go. All right, I'm out of here. Go
Where
on.
you at, Berto?
I made this shit look too easy.